Okay, guys, just get a breath. My hair's messed up a little bit. I'm wearing my work shirt. I just barely made it in time to watch this card. Um, okay, let's start at the beginning. Let's start at the beginning. Get a little nervous, and I kind of just ruffle my hair a little bit. Good card, real good card, solid performances all around. Let's start at the beginning. Let's start at the beginning, and with what was the first fight? What the hell was the first fight? I don't remember the first fight we saw. I haven't looked at the undercard results yet. I'll look at those later. Let me just stroll on by. Antonio Silva, Fabricio Verdum. Good fight, real good fight. Antonio Silva, like, his strategy was to just throw huge power in his hands. He was kind of bullying Verdum around in the first round. I scored at 10-9 Silva. Verdum came back, changed up his stances a little bit to more of a Muay Thai stance, landed inside leg kicks. He pulled guard a couple times. Bigfoot followed him to the ground. And, you know, Silva's not a joke on the ground. I mean, he's really good on the ground, but Verdum is a ADCC champion, and he pulls some stuff out that, you know, gets dominant positions, mostly in back control. Verdum wins second round, wins the third round. Good performance by Verdum overcoming. Gegard Mousasi, Sokoudjou. Sokoudjou brought it in this one, for sure. He was landing good kicks, pushing forward, good strikes. You know, he was actually using his judo, which you don't see Sokoudjou use a lot in MMA, but good hips, and the first round was really close, possibly a 10-10. I could see anybody scoring at 10-9 either way for Sokoudjou or Mousasi. Second round, what happened was, you know, still Sokoudjou cannot function when he's put on his back. He can't. He doesn't do anything. He sits on his back and takes punch. Like, anytime he gets put on his back, he just mentally breaks, it seems like. And you shouldn't do that. I mean, I'm not talking bad about Team Quest, but they're mostly wrestlers and they want to be on top. I think Sokoudjou could benefit from going to a jiu-jitsu heavy camp and, you know, work off his back a lot. But, you know, he brought it. Mousasi got top position, rained down blows. Sokoudjou, all he can do is cover up. He kind of just gave up because he didn't think he could do anything. Jake Shields, Jason Mayhem Miller. This is the one fight that kind of, like, you know, brought the crowd, the energy down. You know, the story of this fight was Shields' control was better than Mayhem's, like, escapes and weird, you know, positioning. Good grappling contest for the most part. I think Miller should have, you know, stuffed more takedowns and kept it on the feet more, because I thought he could have owned Shields on the feet. Shield striking is, I mean, and, you know, I'm not a fan of Shields. I'm not a fan of his style, but, you know, he gets the job done. He got a lot of advantageous positions, and the only bright spot in this fight was when Miller won the third round, and Shields was saved by the bell, because he was probably about 10 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds away from going to sleep completely, because I don't think Shields would tap. I think he would go to sleep. Miller is sunk in the rear naked choke. Shields is the 185-pound champion. And then we get to the last fight. Wow. I mean, I thought basically Fedor was just going to run straight through Rogers, and he caught him with a looping right, looping left in the first round. Brett Rogers caught him with a jab, and broke Fedor's nose, which proves two things. One, how powerful Brett Rogers is, and two, Fedor has the skin of a 3-year-old, because it's, for some reason, he can cut, like, if he sneezes, like, he cuts underneath his eye. I don't know, it's ridiculous. But anyways, good first round for, I don't know. I would say Fedor probably won the first round still. Even though Brett was on top for a little bit, he landed a couple punches in Fedor's guard. Fedor had a armbar attempt. He was in side control. Okay, yeah, so I mean, props to Rogers. I think he's going to come back pretty strong after this one. But round 2 comes out. Rogers seemed tentative the whole fight, and then, Fedor is bounce, bam, straight right. Kind of a combination of a straight and an overhand. It was kind of like pitching. You have like a overhand and you have a 3/4 delivery and then a sidearm. It's kind of like a 3/4 delivery where it wasn't straight, it wasn't an overhand. It was just kind of bam. And he plants Rogers on the ground and finishes him. Rogers was done after the first punch, and he turtled up, so I would call it a KO. They're calling it a TKO. This was so exciting. They couldn't. I don't think CBS or Strikeforce could have asked for anything more out of the main event. This was fantastic. It seemed like they had a ton of people in the audience. You had that dynamic where it was everybody cheered for Fedor at the beginning of the fight, and then they were booing Rogers. But then after the first round, they're like, "Holy shit, this guy has a chance to win!" And they're like, you had the Fedor chants coupled with the USA chants, and it clashed, and it worked great on TV. The only complaint that I have about this card, is that in main event fights, show the entrances, for the love of God. That entrances are what gets me psyched when they're showing the cage and then the lights go off and the music hits and they come out. It's drama. It causes people to get. The tension builds. You need to show the entrances, okay? Just show the entrances. I don't need 875,000 commercials between that just so you can skip the entrances. Show the entrances. But Strikeforce, you're doing a great job. I hope you get a lot of viewers with this one. And Fedor's the man. And I give Brett Rogers all the credit in the world, and he seems mentally tough. I think he'll come back from this, but Fedor's the best in the world, and he showed why right there. He's never out of a fight, ever. Mentally, he's always in a fight. So there you go. That's my review. It was a good one. Cheers, everybody. Stay metal. Later.